Welcome to the channel. Today we're gonna talk about animation, sound. To be more specific, I'm using the Pro version of the ClipStudioPaint and I got a quick animation here. I'm gonna hit the play so you can see. Go to animation, play. Let us stop by animation, stop, and we can go back to frame 1 by going to move frame, go to start. Alright, this is a simple animation that you can do, and the idea is to put sound when it lights up. So to do that, I have created a folder and I'm gonna open it. So here we got the ClipStudioPaint file that you saw, and this is the sound that I did. I'm gonna click, drag and drop into our canvas. And as you can see, you have created a layer here for the sound. To see your frames, animations and also sounds, you can go to Windows, Timeline. You can adjust the size here and you always can drag away like this. I like to have it here on the bottom part. It helps me to keep things organized. It's gonna show all the layers in the exact order if you go down on this bar. And we are gonna talk about each layer, but the subject is sound, so I'm gonna focus first in sound. Okay, so we got here our sound effect that I did manually. I'm gonna try to put somewhere. If you're trying to do this, you can find sound effects on the internet, but if you have time, you can make your own sounds. It's gonna make it unique and it's very fun. It's a nice experience to make sound by yourself. So I'm gonna hit play here and notice something. There is no sound, and this is happening because you gotta set the software to play the sound inside. So you go to animation, playback setting, play in real time. By clicking here, there will be sound. What we gotta do now is to adjust the sound, and notice something very important. Every tool and everything here in ClipStudioPaint has properties. If you go to your pen, you got your properties here. If you go to your move tool, you also got your properties. If you click on a layer, you can see its properties on the right side. So the same applies with vector and also sound. To see the properties of a sound, you hit the O key operation, and by clicking on the layer of the sound, notice this area. It changes, as you can see. Now you can see the starting time that allows you to change the position where the sound starts. You can also change the volume by adding keyframes. For example, if you want a high pitch here, but you want to make a fade, then you can decrease the sound and mark another keyframe there. You can delete the keyframe also by hitting here. And you can see which frame has a keyframe marked. For example, this frame is empty, this place is empty. This frame is empty, this space is also empty. But here, as you can see, frame 18 is where our keyframe is. You can change. I like to make all the adjustments on the position by moving the mouse towards this area until it turns into a hand. So you can click, drag and adjust the position. I want to set the sound, the starting of the sound here. So I'm gonna move the frame here. Actually it's here. Actually it's right here. And you can make all these fine adjustments. Let's go. And there you have it. Now you can add sound to your short animations, and it can be done on ClipStudioPaint Pro. If you got the extended version, the EX, you can have more frames here. So you can go crazy, you know, add music, background, noise. But you can also make short clips like this one. It is simple, it's nice to train, it's nice to, if you want to make some animation, it's a good way to learn, and it's not hard. It's not hard at all to add a sound. You don't need to rewire your brain to make animation, it's the same. For example, why the ink is above this layer? Because if I add the layer here, you cannot see the ink anymore when it goes to the bright version. It is the same. You can import everything that you learned previously to make your animations here on the ClipStudioPaint. Another thing that is important, you can travel between this area. If you click here, notice that we got these options highlighted. If you go to the sound, you enable this small graph editor. It's a way, if you like to make curves, to deal with the control and all adjustments, fine adjustments here. But I prefer to keep simple. I like to make all the fine adjustments here and add the keyframes in this area. Okay, so this is the tutorial. I hope you like it. You can do it at your house. You don't need to make the effect on your own. You can find online sounds to use it. And now I'm gonna talk a little about all the layers, how we constructed this animation. You know, it's really simple. And by the way, I'm gonna make something different this time. This is going to be the main file, the main content for the tip. And on the site, you can find the link in the description. You will be able to read complementary information for the sound. I think it's also good to have a layer, not a layer, but a folder to make all your projects. It helps you to keep organized. This is a simple project. It has only one file and one sound. But imagine if you are going through sound effects, lots of sound, lots of music, maybe more than one file, then it's good to have everything in order. So here are the layers. This is the background. I'm gonna turn off everything. It's basically a blue color filling the background. This is a little light that I added on the middle because the main action is on the middle, and we reinforce this by making the border darker. You just grab it, enlarge, and hit sometimes with a darker color. There's a light on the middle, just like a magic show. I did this with the lasso tool. You can make the selection, but not with the normal lasso. You go to the polyline and clip like this. Then you can go with the soft brush, or you can add a gradient. For example, a green gradient, like this. And also there's a table, just to put the diamond over. Notice that all these layers, they aren't in a animation folder, because they don't need to be in animation folder. The only things that you need to put there are the things that's going to be animated. So I got the diamond here, and the ink of the diamond outside of the animation layer as well. And inside the first layer, we got the diamond shining. That is the word that I was looking for, shining. And above everything, we got the wind. There are purple layers and green layers. I did this just to make a clear separation to this tutorial. So the green ones actually are the movement without the action lines. So if we hit here on number 2 layer and set this one to 2, you can see it's the normal movement. I did this just by rotating. Change the anchor point, hold shift, or just go in free transform rotation. That's how I did all the movement. So frame 2 is like this, frame 3 is something here, and frame 4 it's here. So the green ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, are these movements. 2A, A standing for action, is the same movement with this line. So you got 2A here, you got 3A here, you got 4, and when the animation ends, the action line also ends. So this is the file. I hope you like it. It's going to be available for you to download it. If you like this video, you can thumbs up. If you don't like it, you can thumbs down. and leave your comments down below on the comment section. Also, if you got any suggestion for future videos, you can put it there as well. So that's it. Have a nice day.